So at this time, we have the anchor moment, and that's a time we get to hear from a guest a little bit about their life, a little bit about their faith journey, and about an anchor moment. Now, an anchor moment is a time in your life where your faith has been grounded, or you've seen Jesus to really be real, your anchor. So tonight, as I've already mentioned, we are so thankful we get to hear from Sue. And Sue, we are in her home here, and I just want to say thank you again so much for welcoming us into your beautifully decorated home. It's so wonderful. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. And I was born in Tacoma, lived there all my life and graduated from Wilson High School. And I was raised in a pretty strict home, so I could not wait to get out of that home. So at 17, I graduated and moved out and started my fashion merchandising career and school, and was working and met my husband, my future husband, Ken, who I've now been married to for 46 years. And I cannot believe how fast time goes by. We have 4 grown children. 9 grandkids now and 1 more on the way. So I'm really excited about that. My passions are, well, the way I relax is read a good mystery book. I love a good mystery book. Or I love running, hiking, just visiting with friends, and just relationships. Relationships are really important to me. And then I've always loved children, loved to babysit as a kid, and then once we started going to church, I was, involved in kids ministry always, and then over 20 years ago, I started volunteering as a volunteer guardian ad litem, so it's called the CASA, and so I get to be the voice for kiddos in foster care, so that's a real privilege to be able to do that, and really feeds my soul. And then my day life is working at the Best Western Wesleyan that my husband and I own in Gig Harbor. So that's a little bit about me.
That is a lot of great things to hear about you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
How about tell us a little bit about your faith journey?
As a kid, we always went to church on Sunday morning, and that was about it. But we had Bibles and went to church and said grace, and knew that was the right thing to do, right? And then again, when I got out on my own and had my fun times, didn't seem quite as important to me. I think I would still go to church every now and then, but then as I met my husband, he went to a Pentecostal church, and I go, well, we go there. So we'd go there, and I go, oh, it's not just going to church to feel good, it's really about a relationship with Jesus. And so that's where I first heard that and first accepted the Lord during that time. And then as we just, as our marriage continued, we just grew, I think, together in our faith, really, and that was really important for us to raise our kids in, to have a faith in Jesus. So, yeah, he's been there for us always, through thick and thin, for sure.
Great. Well, that takes us into, we'd love to hear you share about an anchor moment. I know you probably have many, but we'd love to hear what comes to mind.
Absolutely. And in thinking about this and what I should share, there's, yes, as you said, many things when you've been married that long and lived this long. There's ups and downs for sure in life. And our youngest son we adopted at the age of 3, and that was a challenge. He's now 36, and that was one of our really, really hard years of doing that, raising him. But another anchor moment for me, my husband came home after, it was probably, 28 years ago, and said, Sue, there's no hotels in Gig Harbor. I think we need to build one. Now, he had a construction company. He had been a home builder, residential houses. Life was pretty good. We had ups and downs. There's, construction and, as you know, the economy. So there was always that part. But, we had a pretty good life. The kids were getting older, teenagers, and busy and activities. And I'm thinking, a hotel. Okay, what do we need? What do we know about building a hotel? And how are we going to get financing to get a hotel? As he pursued that dream of his, that became my dream too, I guess, as they do, when your husband has a dream, we often have to hop on board. So the financing, we ended up selling quite a few things that we had, a cabin, a boat. We would have sold our kids probably at one point, just to go, okay, we've got to get this down payment to be able to do that. And that was a 2-year process. And so we go, okay, we've got the doors open to the hotel. We can, and we had a management company managing it. And after 6 months, we decided this isn't working. And so, Sue, you're going to need to be the operator of this hotel. And then, okay, well, so that's when God really, I clung to this verse, and I'm going to read it here. It's Isaiah 42:16. I will bring the blind by a way they did not know. I will lead them in paths they did not know. I will make darkness light before them and crooked places straight. These things I will do for them and not forsake them. Well, I clung onto that. I took that as a personal promise from Jesus, and I have it highlighted, and I would read that every day. Okay, God, you promised you'd tell me what to do, how to do it, how to manage a hotel, how to hire employees, how to meet the payroll, how to do the day-to-day operations. And as he did. He has been very faithful to do that for us, and I feel like we have a business that the community knows is there for them. We're able to serve people not just if they're getting married, not just the good times, but there's so many times, Katie, when we've been able to meet needs of grieving families, or families had a fire or a damage to their home. They'll stay with us for months. We just get to love on them and really give them the spirit of hospitality that comes from Jesus. And even sometimes I get to pray with people if they're open to that as they're going through hard times. So it's been a wonderful opportunity for us. It's been a blessing for our family. Three of our kids are now working in the business, and I just am so grateful to Jesus for being faithful, being that anchor during that whole experience of we're going to do what, and how are we going to do that, and how are we going to do that? Yes, things as the challenges came up. So really, he's just our anchor in every way, every day.
Wow, that is so cool. I actually kind of wanted to hear a little more. You told me a little bit about how you got the name.
Oh, yes.
For your for the hotel and for some of the special rooms. I thought that was so cool.
I will share that. So my husband's father, Ken, his name is John Wesley, and so we wanted to honor his dad, so we named it the Wesley Inn after him. And then our ballroom is named after our oldest daughter, Brooke, so it's the Brookside Room. And then our oldest son, Blue, has the name of the Blue Bay Room because it's by the pool. And then our youngest daughter, Candace, is Candace Evelyn, so it's the CE Room. So we have a large ballroom and 2 meeting rooms. And our youngest son, Mikey, we could not think of, we don't have anything yet for him, but if we add on, it'll be his space.
Well, speaking of events, we are looking so forward to our next Anchor Day getaway retreat. And we had the last one at your beautiful Wesley Inn, and now I'm going to say everybody mark your calendars because we've got the date for next summer, August 22nd, 2023. We've got it booked to have it there at your beautiful hotel.
And we're excited to have you back. It was a great time last year, so we're very excited to have you back.
So we hope you mark your calendars, and we hope to see you all in Gig Harbor, Washington next summer, August 22nd. Well, thank you for sharing that inspiring message. It's such a reminder to all of us about really trusting the Lord with His big plan. It's not always our plans, as we know through life. And just I love, those are encouraging words to really hold on to Him as our anchor, that He'll give us just what we need for what He's put in the plan. So thank you again for sharing that with us today.
Again, my pleasure.